The presidential candidate of Social Democratic Party (SDP), Prince Adewole Adebayo, ably represented by his vice presidential candidate, Engineer Yusuf Buhari, paid a courtesy visit to Ogunsua of Modakeke, Oba Olubi Toriola, in his palace. While addressing the SDP supporters and traditional rulers at the palace of Ogunsua, Engineer Yusuf Buhari analyzed how his party will solve the issue of economy and insecurity in the country.
The problem of insecurity, we have discussed this many times in so many places. The major problem that we have is that the people involved in trying to resolve the issues of insecurity have turned it into a business. So once we can take out the business out of that profession, I'm sure everything else will fall into place. There are so many things, there's coordination and all of that, but the key problem is moving this business component out of the security sector. Once that is done, I'm sure everything will go well. There are so many activities that the youth will benefit from. In fact, once we start with the issues of trying to keep our revenues in place, trying to working on trying to resolve poverty, so many things are going to come up. Shelter, provision of houses, a lot of infrastructure work is going to come up. Even in the security sector, there will be a lot of opportunities for the youth. There's so much for the youth. In fact, right now, as we're talking, the youth are the ones achieving for Nigeria in spite of the failures of government. So I think the youth will definitely have a lot of things to do.
The Ogunsua of Modakeke, in his address, saluted the vice president and his team for honoring him and urged him to remember the poor masses in Nigeria if elected as president of the country.
Well, I want to welcome the vice president, the incoming vice president, all the members of the entourage, and I appreciate the ministry to visit us in the palace. Recognize the photo. Where is Giant? Giant. All right. He did a lot of underground work for me. And since around 12:30, I've been waiting for you. I just want to recognize your efforts. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. He is one of our prominent sons here.
Shortly after the session at the palace, the vice presidential candidate of SDP headed to Modakeke City Hall, the venue of the campaign, where he addressed the party members and supporters as well as residents of Modakeke in Osun State.
Democracy is about us choosing leaders that will take care of us. Not about us choosing leaders who will now come and be oppressing us as if they are kings. Try and understand that. This is the reason why Adewole Adebayo, Prince Adewole Adebayo, and myself, he is 51, I'm going to be 51 in 10 days' time. We are both young people.
This is another chance for Nigeria. Come February 25, 2023, we need to move away from the old order and move to the new order, which Adebayo represents. We can see all what is happening in this country today. If Nigeria have sense now, by now, we should be able to know where we are going. We should not remain in one place for so long. We should move forward by voting the right candidate, which Adewole Adebayo represents.
Prince Adewole Adebayo is a successful lawyer and politician, a presidential candidate for Social Democratic Party in the next coming general election. Abdul Fattah Owolabi, NTA News.